What if I told you that late last night, thousands of sleeping families in Cebu jolted awake to a roar beneath their feet? A massive 6.9 magnitude earthquake ripped through central Philippines, unleashing chaos and fear in seconds. In the blink of an eye, homes crumbled, lights went out, and people were forced into the darkness. This is the story of how Cebu shook, people panicked, and a nation scrambled to respond. It was just before 10 p.m. Tuesday when the earth beneath Cebu groaned. Officials later confirmed the quake had a magnitude of 6.9, striking very shallow at around 5 to 10 kilometers deep. Its epicenter lay off the northern coast of Cebu, near Bogo City, roughly 17 to 19 kilometers northeast. Because it was so shallow, the tremors were violent. Buildings swayed, walls cracked, glass shattered. Many towns felt the quake's full wrath. San Remigio, Medellin, and other nearby municipalities reported serious damage. Roads cracked. Communication lines were cut. Electricity went out in many areas. Panic spread as aftershocks rattled nerves. Tragically, the human toll was heavy. Officials have confirmed at least 69 people died, with over 150 injured. Many are still trapped under debris, and the number could rise. Among the casualties were civilians caught off guard in collapsing buildings, a handful of first responders and Coast Guard personnel, and even children. In Bogo City, one of the hardest-hit areas, hospitals were overwhelmed. Many wounded were rushed in, while others lay outside in open spaces as buildings were deemed unsafe. Across Cebu, one town declared a state of calamity so that relief measures could be fast-tracked. Eyewitnesses describe horrifying scenes. In San Remigio, a sports complex collapsed during a basketball game, killing some inside. Others saw the sea recede, a warning sign that frightened many near coastal zones. People ran out of homes in the dark. Many refused to return inside because of fear of aftershocks. A tsunami warning was briefly raised for Cebu, Leyte, and Biliran, but it was later lifted. No major wave was recorded. Still, the warning fueled panic. Search and rescue teams mobilized immediately. Soldiers, police, sniffer dogs, volunteers, all rushed into damaged zones. Heavy equipment like backhoes and cranes were vital in clearing debris and reaching trapped victims. But many areas were difficult to reach because roads were blocked or damaged. Power and water supplies were severed in many towns. Communication lines were down, making it hard to coordinate relief. In towns like San Remigio, residents appealed for food, water, and medical assistance. The government responded rapidly. President Marcos Jr. assured swift aid and deployed cabinet secretaries to oversee relief operations. Class suspensions and work halts were ordered while structures were assessed for safety. Geographical factors worsened the impact. Cebu lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire, where tectonic plates collide and seismic activity is common. The fault systems there are active, and shallow quakes are especially destructive. Also, Cebu had just experienced a strong tropical storm days before, which left the ground saturated and slopes weakened. That made landslides more likely and reduced the stability of buildings. Let's put this in perspective. The quake's intensity was felt not just in Cebu, but across the Visayas region. Millions reported tremors of moderate to strong intensity, even in neighboring islands like Bohol and Negros. Structures in Dambantayan, Tibulan, and surrounding towns also suffered cracks. What happens next is critical. First, aftershocks continue, some strong enough to collapse weakened buildings. Experts warn residents to stay away from damaged structures. Rescue efforts must be fast. There's a golden hour for saving lives trapped under rubble. Second, aid must reach remote areas. Many villages, accessible only through narrow roads or mountain paths, are cut off. Bridges destroyed or damaged complicate logistics. Third, infrastructure repair is urgent. Schools, hospitals, and public buildings must be assessed or rebuilt. If left unchecked, more lives could be at risk with each tremor. And fourth, long-term support will be essential: psychological aid, compensation, housing reconstruction, and rebuilding community trust. In the midst of tragedy, stories of heroism shine. Neighbors rescuing trapped families, firefighters braving collapsing walls, volunteers bringing food and blankets. These acts remind us of human resilience in the face of disaster. This earthquake is one of the strongest to hit central Cebu in recent years. The province now faces a long road to recovery. But with national support and international help, Cebuans are determined to rebuild. To conclude, this 6.9 quake was more than just a tremor. It was a life-altering event. Homes destroyed, lives lost, communities shaken. But also courage, unity, and a nation's resolve were tested and shown. If you're watching this, you can help. Share information, donate to relief funds, support verified charities, and above all, remember those who lost everything. Stay tuned, because this story isn't over. Updates will come. We will continue to track search and rescue, recovery, and how Cebu rises from the rubble.